Hello everyone, my name is Raghunath. In this tutorial, we will be doing an exploratory data analysis on the business transactions of a sample superstore. So this is a part of graduate rotational internship program which is offered by the Spark Foundation. So let's get started. So first, we are importing the necessary libraries which are essential for the data analysis. So NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib.pyplot, and Cbon. So next, we will be loading the dataset, which is in the form of a CSV file, into a data frame named df. So we are checking for the head of the data frame. So the data set has the following columns: ship mode, segment, country, city, state, postal code, region, category, subcategory, sales, quantity, discount, and profit. Okay, let's explore the data further. So we will apply the info method on the data frame. So this gives the following output. So it can be inferred from here that there are about 13 columns, and the corresponding column names are given. Corresponding data types of the column are also can also be found here, and it gives the status if all the entries in the columns are non-null. If there are any null values that are found, correspondingly we can identify using this. And in case if the data set is going to have any null values, it correspondingly has to be removed, or data imputation has to be applied. But before going further, that in the data frame has to be complete. That means there should not be any null values. So next, we apply the describe method on the data frame. The describe method works only on the numerical columns, and we can get some of the important statistical properties of the columns, like mean, standard deviation, minimum, maximum, the quartile values. So here it makes sense for the given data analysis part for the given data frame. Only the sales, quantity, discount, and profit makes sense, while postal code doesn't make sense here. Okay, so to find whether the overall the store has made profit or loss, we will apply the sum method on the particular profit column. So this sums all the the profit column of the profit column. So here we are getting the result as 286,397. So which tells that overall the store has made profit of this much unit, and it has not resulted in loss. So we will be exploring now what are the different categories which are present in the categorical columns. So for that, we will use the unique method. So we will call the data frame the df, and choose which particular categorical column we are interested in finding the classification, and we apply the unique method. So under segment, so there are three different categories: consumer, corporate, and home office. So next is the category. What are the different categories under which the goods are being sold? So the different categories are furniture, office supplies, and technology. There is a subcategory column, and these are the different subcategories. So what are the subcategories that come under a specific category? That we will look at a later point of time when we do group by. So the ship mode, there are 4 different modes of shipping, and the country. So this data is specific to US. Region, the the recipient, which zone or which region the recipient resides in. So that is being captured in this region column. So next is the different states, and So these are the different categorical columns. So now we will carry forward with the data analysis part. So now we are interested in finding the segment wise profit. So the overall the customers we have seen have been classified into three segments, namely consumer, corporate and home office. So what is the share of profit among these segments? How do we do? Using the group by. So we call the data frame and dot group by. We will group by the specific column, which is segment here. So this aggregates the different segment, and then for the corresponding numerical column the sum will be applied. So this is the final outcome. So we will visualize the profit using a bar plot. So the same formula we use here, the df.group by segment dot sum, and we call the specific column profit alone here, and we apply dot plot, and we specify the kind to be bar, and we specify the y label and the title for the plot. So this is how the segment wise profit looks like. So the interpretation here is that the consumer segment has a higher profit share, followed by corporate and home office. So similarly, we try to find now the category wise from the product side. What are the different, the contribution to the profit of the different category of goods sold. So three categories, as we have seen before, as furniture, office supplies and technology. We plot similar like the previous one. We use dot plot, and then we label, and then we input the title. So analyzing the data here, the category wise profit, it appears that the technology category has a higher share in the profit, followed by office supplies, and furniture is relatively much lower compared to the other two category. So this segment, this category actually needs more focus in order to, so that the overall profit can be increased. So next we group by the data frame using subcategory. So we have found out already how is the contribution towards the profit of each of the category. Now under the subcategory, now we'll find out under subcategory. So this is the total sales quantity and discount corresponding to the subcategory. So for easy interpretation of this, we will plot the profit of each subcategory, but using the table only we will be able to find that for whichever subcategory the accumulated profit is having a negative value, that has resulted in loss. For example, here it is the bookcases, followed by supplies and tables. So we will plot. So here we are adjusting the size of the plot, just so that there is no overlap between the entries. So using the same group by, and here in addition to that we are sorting the values based on descending order, and we are plotting dot plot, using dot plot and using specifying the kind to be bar. So analyzing the graph, so it is the subcategory wise profit plot. So the copiers and phones subcategory results has a higher share towards the profit, whereas towards this right extreme, the tables subcategory, bookcases and supplies have the bars below 0, indicating that they are loss making. And even the fasteners subcategory is only seen to be making a very minimalistic profit. So these are the subcategories which requires additional focus, so that they can so that their performance can be improved and it can be made into profit making. So this is the analysis. So next we will we have individually found about the subcategories, the profit share based on subcategory, category and the segment wise. Now we will apply a multiple group by category. So we will group by using the subcategory and the segment. So under each subcategory, do all the segments result in loss, or is it only that specific segment that we are interested in that is loss making? How do we do? Using multiple group by. So in this group by we pass in the requisite columns and we again apply the same sum method. So if we see, so first the subcategory it appears, and further it is again classified based on the segment. So here if we see under the profit column, whichever ones that are negative, so bookcases consumer is negative, which means in bookcases category only those segment of the consumer segment is loss making, not all. So likewise we see, so here in supplies it is consumer, whereas in tables it is consumer, corporate and home office. Let us visualize this better using a dot plot. So again the same code as we have executed before, choosing the size of the plot so that we can visualize it all, and group by the plot dot, we are again employing the dot plot method, analyzing the graph again. So if we see on the y-axis it is profit, on the x-axis it is the category, it is the segment plus the subcategory. So we are interested in those segment and subcategory which is loss making, which has a bar below 0. So if we see here, it is the bookcases subcategory and consumer segment, the supplies subcategory, consumer segment, whereas for tables all the segment is loss making and it is significant. So this subcategory and then corresponding this segment has to be looked further to enhance the selling of the respective subcategory of products that is being sold. So that is the insight. So further on we are again checking what are the subcategories which are loss making. How do we do? Again the same group by, but here again we are inputting multiple category, multiple columns, the category and subcategory. So this had kind of come out in the previous analysis itself, but to consolidate this again, so I have included this as well. So the bookcases, so all this, the subcategories that come under the furniture category are bookcases, chairs, furnishing, tables, and among the subcategories that come under furniture, only bookcases and the table has resulted in loss, whereas under office supplies it is only the supplies subcategory that has resulted in loss, whereas under the technology category all the subcategories are all profit making. So next up we are going to find the region wise distribution of loss. So how do we do? So from the original data frame we put a filter. So in the profit column we only get those values which are negative, and inputting that to the actual data frame using dot lock will give only those values in the actual data frame where the profit is negative, and we are storing that under the under the data frame named loss. We are checking for the head of it. So here if you see all the profit columns are all negative in here. Again, we do group by, we apply the sum method, and we plot, this time using a bar plot. So we just the x axis is the index, which is corresponding to central, east, south and west, and the y-axis is going to be the values. So plotting that, we are specifying the title as well. So if we see the central region, the product which are the customers who are based out of the central region has accounted for more loss, followed by east, south and west. So correspondingly, we are trying to find out the region wise profit. So here in the last code we had specified this as less than 0, now it is greater than 0, storing it under the name profit, checking the head of it, grouping by region, and then plotting using a similar way. So here if you see, it is the people who are residing in eastern region had accounted for more profit, followed by west, central and south. So next up, we will try to find out if there is any relation between the discount offered and the profit that is being made for each of the subcategory. How are we doing it? By plotting a double Y plot. So we use the subplots here and name the title. So here in the double Y plot, the x-axis for both the plots will be the same, while we have two different y-axes. So on the first axis, so here we are plotting the profit. So group by based on the sum, based on subcategory, using the dot sum method, and then profit, calling out the index and corresponding the values. Specify the particular color so that individual plots can easily distinguished. So the blue color one is for profit, as we have specified here. Blue is for profit, and the red color one is for the discount, total discount that is being, cumulative discount that is offered. And here we are specifying that axis 2 is going to share the axis x-axis of axis 1. So both the x-axis for the plots are going to be the same. So once we plot here, if we see for some of the subcategories where there is a peak in the discount, the profit also has peaked near about here and here. But then for tables is that specific subcategory which is heavily loss making, despite giving a considerable discount on the tables subcategory, it is still seen to be making loss. So here it doesn't apply. See, from supplies to tables, discount has actually been increased, whereas the total profit for tables subcategory is still coming down. It is loss making. So it is not very clearly evident. We cannot specifically say that more is the discount and the profit. It aids with getting more profit. So next we are interested in finding the subcategory wise the quantity sold. So again here we are grouping by the subcategory, and now we are selecting the quantity column, sorting it in descending order, and plotting, naming the corresponding Y label in the title. So if we see the subcategory, the binders and paper has resulted in lot of quantities being sold, whereas copiers, machines and supplies are the subcategories which have sold less. So finally we are finding which is the common shipping mode through which the product are shipped. So again we are applying the same group by, but this time it's based on ship mode, and we are applying the dot sum here. So we are plotting the sales. This time we are taking sales here, sorting the values in descending order and plotting. So if you see the total products that are being dispatched, most of them are dispatched using the standard class followed by second class, first class, and same day delivery. So same day delivery, as we all know, incurs high cost, and so this is the least preferred uh, shipping mode, or the products that are being shipped through this mode is less compared to the standard class. So that is all for the explanatory data analysis on the sample superstore. Thank you all for your time.